Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats.
Tell me it works. Tell me it works.
The show is about to begin.
This is a bunch of bullshit.
The bar is open. Come in, grab yourself a twisted tea or whatever the hell you want. The Titty and Shiner Show is coming up next.
It's the Titty and Shiner Show, starring Big Titty Tidwell and Shiner McShine. Tonight's guest, nobody. Now for our host, Big Titty and Shiner.
Welcome back to everybody in podcast land. My name is Big Titty Tidwell. Beside me is the man of the hour, the guy who literally cannot pass up a camera store.
Shiner McShine.
Shiner McShine. That's my homie. How are you, man?
I'm doing well, buddy. How about you, man?
Doing pretty good.
I mean, overall, I'm doing well. I mean, there's some craziness going on in the world, but what? I mean, that's the new normal.
That
is the new normal.
Now I got my kiddo's actually sitting next to me. He's in for just a couple more days, and then he goes back to college. And I'm glad to send him off to get his education, but I hate seeing him go. You know, you just hate seeing your kids.
Yeah,
Go. You know, seeing the taillights of your kids is never a good thing. Now, I don't have to look at taillights because he takes off in a jet. But my point.
I got it. Like I was kind of on the outside fringe trying to see where you're going with that, but you brought it back around.
Yeah, brought it back around. I tell you, you know who's bringing some crap back around?
Who?
The people in the United Kingdom.
Well, so they've got the super strain of COVID over there now.
Yep.
And I saw a few days ago that they had instituted some pretty harsh lockdown measures. And our buddy from across the pond, Beans, he actually messaged me about something else. And then I asked him about, aren't you guys locked down? He said, man, yeah, tight. And they were talking about getting it even tighter over there. So, man, our thoughts go out to those guys because, I mean, that would be rough, man. I don't really feel like we have a lockdown going.
We don't. As a matter of fact, our governor of the state is pretty much telling everybody, put the kids back in school.
Oh, I saw that this morning, yeah.
And I totally agree.
Well, here's the problem with all these lockdowns. You got California, you got New York, you got the UK. Right. There is absolutely zero data from anything that says lockdowns benefit this city. So why are we doing it?
You're right. Well, you see a lot of data about masks helping the situation, but I mean, is there anything just super definitive about that?
Well, if you hear them all say, well, you got to trust the numbers, you got to look at the science. California's got really stringent mask mandates in place, and it's out of control out there.
That's what I'm saying.
Remember 14 days to flatten the curve? Remember that saying?
Yeah.
What happened to that?
That was like 16 days ago.
Yeah.
Didn't do nothing, so.
Yeah, I mean, everybody seems to have forgotten that was the big war chant for quite a while. Well, for 14 days.
Yeah. Well.
But,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. If we don't have any data that says this is working, then why are we doing it? There are exceptions though. There's always exceptions to every rule, and apparently Nancy Pelosi found an exception on she needed votes to remain Speaker of the House.
Yeah.
And she let Gwen Moore from Wisconsin tested positive for COVID.
Yes.
And Nancy called her into the floor to vote. Positive. So apparently, I don't know. No, wait, Titty. I don't want to get too confused about this because are we saying that that's hypocritical? Because surely not coming from Nancy Pelosi.
No, not at all.
No. I guess 60 Minutes interviewed her. I saw a clip of that, and Leslie Stahl was the interviewer, and she did a great job. But she point blank let Nancy Pelosi know that, hey, what was the deal? You were holding up this stimulus package for 6 months. And she was like, no, I wasn't. She's like, no, actually you were, and provided her with the proof why she said that. And Pelosi still was like, well, no, that didn't happen. She just kept saying that until she was trying to perform some Jedi mind trick on her that never really worked. I mean,
yeah, but what people don't know is what she did was deep inside her mouth, she She took her upper palate and her lower palate teeth and flip-flopped them upside down and then did it again back to normal before she ever said a word. And you could see on Leslie Stahl's face that had to have been what happened when you can see Leslie Stahl's weird-looking blink.
Yeah.
So
Try to, like a diversionary tactic.
it is.
Yeah.
And a really shitty theory, but
I'm kind of lost right now, but whatever. I mean, I don't know, man. I think, have we ever had a time? We must have had a time that the House, the Senate, and the White House, the same party controlled all three. That must have happened before now.
yeah, it's happened in the past. But I think it's only lasted like 2 years.
And then everything flipped.
Yeah, when the next cycle comes around, and I think it's probably what's going to happen here.
That's a long 2 years, man. A lot can happen in 2 years.
Yeah, a lot can happen.
And now Joe said yesterday, he said he's going to go after the NRA.
Wake up for a sec. Big titty here. You're not gonna bet. Okay, that's my best President Bush interpretation. But
A little bit was there.
he's not going to do it.
I can't imagine it
Not
being
prudent at this juncture.
I can't imagine it being successful.
No, there's no way. Now, do you think the impeachment, this next round of impeachment is
The House impeached him today.
I get it, but it's got to go to the Senate now.
Right. But and here's the deal with that. I don't care which way it shakes out. I think the fact that they went ahead and attempted it is going to divide the country even more. I mean, I don't think there's any way around that.
It's just it's as big a middle finger to you and I as it is to Trump.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I mean, and it's, dude, I don't get any of this. Like, I mean, I get there's some hatred for this man to do the stuff that they're doing. And now there's even Republicans buying into it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can honestly say, like, I really don't want anything to do with the Republican Party anymore either. Like,
I've said before in previous episodes, and oh, by the way, let's just stop with the previous episodes. We are extremely sorry. We were going to bring you live video,
again.
and yet we have failed again. This is a lot harder than you think, and we do not have a regular studio anymore to go into and do this. We are literally in a 8x10 bedroom-ish studio. Now, we've got all the soundproofing and everything's up, and there's lighting in here. I mean, it looks like a studio. We could stand to have a bigger desk, perhaps. A little less clutter, yeah. But when it comes to actually getting on and streaming on it, we still have not been. So my deepest apologies.
We're working on it.
Yes, very much so. Now, what the hell were we talking about?
I don't know. I don't know why you picked that juncture to take off on that freaking subject.
I don't know. And if we were doing it live, somebody out there could remind me. As a matter of fact, that's a great game. Once we start going live on the video, if I start flaking out,
drink.
Y'all jump in.
No, drink.
Okay, y'all drink first, then jump in and remind me what the hell we was talking about.
Yeah. Sometimes I forget.
Yeah, that would have been...
Like now. I think we were talking about Republican Party. Like, I don't want anything else.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We've talked about it in previous episodes. That if we could start a party, a neutral party, whatever you want to call it, because you got some people on the left who are close to center. There's a lot of people on the left who are close to center, and there's a lot of people on the right who are close to center. Why can't they form their own party? It would be bigger than the other two parties.
Yeah.
You'd actually be able to vote your Congress.
I think that on
And
paper,
so-
I think on paper it's a great idea, but I think there's some hardline issues that even people that are moderate left and right are not going to see eye to eye on. I think that would be what prevents it. A handful of really hardline issues that they're not going to be able. It would take a lot of people. I don't know. I don't see it happening. It'd be great. I mean, like I said, on paper, it's awesome.
I just wish we could find a little more compromise.
That's the word I was looking for, compromise. I was just trying to pass over that. But yeah, I don't think people are willing to see that.
Yeah, I can't believe I pulled that out of my ass and I can't even pull up what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah,
Word
you're
compromise just comes right out my butt. Compromise. There it was.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I wish, I don't think the country's going to unite now. Somebody tweeted that, Trump keeps saying he got 75 million. So somebody, a congressperson, that we have 75 Democrats. They want, if you were a Trump supporter, they want to label you as.
Oh, we're somewhere betwixt the thighs of Civil War and anarchy.
Yeah, that's a good way to. Yeah, very much so.
You
That's
know?
a good way to look at it. I mean, but yeah, they're talking about the Trump supporters are domestic terrorists and this and that, and we can get into that later. But I mean, this is just I don't know what's going to make him stop.
Well, let me get this straight. A Trump supporter who gathered in the mall in Washington, D.C. Are radical terrorists, but the Democrat who burned down the Dunkin' Donuts in Minneapolis is a hero?
I don't even know how to classify it. Like,
I mean, I'm not trying to do tit for tat here, but god damn.
well, and they're doing this all over the Capitol, and that's where this is all stemming from, which is so hypocritical because, like you just touched on, back this past summer, they were burning cities to the ground. I mean, and that was a protest.
It was perfectly okay. Hell, they were bailing him out of jail.
Yeah, celebrities are sending money. AOC was tweeting on how to get supplies to them so they could keep doing it.
Yes. And those we couldn't bail out put money on their books.
I'm like, so that was okay, but when the other side of the political fence has enough, Republicans that day did not burn down one small.
No.
I mean, they went in and took a house.
Kind of took over the largest business in the country, but yeah.
But I mean, nobody's small business was burned to the ground.
I got to say something here. Okay, I'm not condoning this shit whatsoever because it's wrong to do that. Having said that, the dude that was in one of the offices that took something out of the office and left money on the desk to pay for it.
I haven't heard that.
Yes.
That is epic.
You know, the sad part about it is they're probably going to find him and he's probably going to get tried. And
That'll be interesting to see what they do to these people.
Oh, I know. Good God.
Yeah, well, I would hate to be in their shoes, man. I would hate it because this is not going to play out well for them. I mean, there's just no way they're going to get off light on this.
No.
I mean, throw them under the jail is what they're going to be. And I go back to how many videos did we see over the summer of these people just, I mean, burning stuff to the ground. Remember the video of the black guys that had the giant, like the 10-foot 2x4?
Yeah,
And they hit the old lady with it and beat her down? I mean, what happened to any of those people?
I wonder if the guy who burned his feet is okay.
Oh, the guy that got his feet set on fire was running around. I forgot. Dude, that was another video we fell in love with.
Oh, that was awesome. That was good times there.
But I wish if somebody is listening to us that is on the left and they think they can make sense of this, please contact us because I don't understand how there can be so much silence when people are losing their livelihood. And then you see a bunch of people that get mad about the way the country's being ran. They breach the Capitol. Yeah, they tore some stuff up in the Capitol. I get it. But how is that way worse than burning all these cities down and attacking innocent people?
I don't know. All I know is there's one interview I really want to do, and that's with Frying Pan Frank. That's the nickname that's been given to the dude yielding the cast iron frying pan.
Yes.
Whack the dude.
Hit those two Antifa members.
Frying Pan Frank.
Just rung their bell, literally.
I mean,
literally.
Seriously.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't get any of this. It doesn't make any sense. I wonder if Frying Pan Frank got arrested.
I don't know, but he beat the brakes off of them on medium heat, man. Just
that second dude that runs through frame, you can tell the moment he makes contact, the lights are out, man. I mean, he is done before he even gets to thinking about going down on the ground. Oh, man, that was a good video.
Oh my gosh! So what do you think about the breach? You know, I first off, we have a guy up there standing in the rotunda, holding I don't know what he's got in his fist, and he's it's like Mel Gibson came over, freedom, except he didn't have a horse.
That was actually a pretty good Mel Gibson right there.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
Except he's Australian.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I heard reports that it was actually breached by Antifa members that were in disguise in MAGA gear, which some of it looked like that could be pretty plausible.
And not a one of them got burned by the T-shirt.
Nope.
None whatsoever.
But you know how mob mentality works, and it just took those guys, if they were Antifa members, it doesn't matter who it was, whoever started breaking windows and gaining access, and I mean, mob mentality takes over at that point.
And you know, the one thing that sucks more than anything is the 14-year Air Force veteran
That lost her life.
who got shot.
Yeah.
She was right there at the door. She did not do the door breaching, but she was one of the first people through the door when it got breached, and she got shot. Now, let's go back to a lot of stuff that's going on early in the year. You got the black men being arrested and being shot by cops, and in every single one of those videos that one thing was in common was they were not doing what the nice officer said. So compliance comes into the picture with everybody there in D.C. You know, had they complied and stayed behind the barriers and all that mess, everything would have been fine. But they decided to breach the building. But now these people are going to get probably 20 to life.
Here's the thing on the breach overall, and this is one of the reasons we can party early. I feel like watching some of those, the entire thing was orchestrated. When you got Capitol police officers that are moving barricades and motioning for them to come through, I feel like there was a lot of...
See, I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah, there's numerous videos of it. Yeah, not just in one location. They were moving those and they were motioning for them to come through towards the Capitol. And then you got whoever it was, Antifa or right-wing people, that actually start breaking windows.
And excuse my cough, I've congestion, something like that. So thank you guys for putting up with it. What do you think about being called dangerous in the street? Dangerous Republicans and dangerous.
Well, I mean, that goes back to, Biden saying that, he stood up there and said, oh, if those had been BLM protesters, they'd be treated way differently. Well, they were treated way. They were allowed to get away with what they were doing.
Yeah. And in some cases were there for hundreds of days.
Yeah. Did you know there's another CHOP in Seattle?
No.
That's not. We don't even hear about this.
Apparently it's not news.
Yeah, it's just commonplace, I guess. But yeah, apparently, as far as I know, they've taken over some city blocks in Seattle.
I'm beside myself thinking of that.
And Biden's up here talking like these patriots were, the biggest criminals on the face of the planet. What about these people that overtook a bunch of city blocks?
Do that shit in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I dare you.
I double dog dare you.
Because literally, at the end of the day, I'm going to look at you and I'm just going to say one word. Dummy. Why would you come in? First off, Oklahoma 4 years ago was the only state that voted every single county red. Every single county. Not one blue county. So don't bring that shit here. It ain't going to work.
No, it's crazy, dude. They're acting, that all these terrorists that broke into the Capitol. Well, we have a picture up on the monitor of Washington D.C.
in June,
and it is on fire. Now, why weren't all these people that were setting these fire weren't they classified as terrorists?
No, save me your outrage, please. It's kind of nice because it says it right on top of that. It just really teed up for me.
Yeah, that picture's been floating around.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know, man. I really this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. At least 2 years, maybe 4.
Oh, I'm looking ahead on this, and I see something really good coming up. So I'm gonna hold off. That's really good.
So yeah, like we said, all this leads up to Trump being impeached by the House again. Gonna further divide the country. I mean,
again.
I feel like I don't see the Democrats doing a whole lot to do anything to help. If you don't believe what they believe and have their agenda, then they don't have any. They're locking people up. They're taking their First Amendment right to free speech away from them.
We have private companies taking our First Amendment rights away from us.
I mean,
private companies.
Which I saw a great meme that talked about, people saying, oh, well, they can do that. They can ban them and they can do this and take their accounts because they're a private company. They can do whatever they want. Well, then why doesn't every business that's currently shut down because of Corona, why don't they open their doors if they can do whatever they want?
Exactly.
I mean, that's more hypocrisy, dude. And hypocrisy is going to be what really kills the morale of this country. Is any chance of us unifying. I mean, that hypocrisy is going to be what continues to divide people.
I don't see a fix for it. I still see Civil War, dude.
I think we're going to end up there. I say that. There's a lot of talk. There's not a lot of people. You think about 1776. They didn't sit around talking about everything. They didn't even worry about the consequences of their actions. It's like, it's like that saying goes, free men don't ask permission. They just went and did what had to be done. Now here we got all the talking done. But then you hear people say, yeah, but I don't want to go to jail. Well, nobody wants to go to jail. I mean,
you're right.
If you're not willing to sacrifice, then you shouldn't be talking about all the stuff you're going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Yeah, it feels like I'm not scared to go to jail.
No, but then, don't start something, won't be nothing.
I don't know. Civil War's probably in the future country. I don't know when, hell, at this rate, we might be real.
No, I think you're right about that.
I think people everywhere should have a really big problem when human rights are being used, no matter what side of anything you're on. And I've seen so many people say they agree with it because it was Trump.
Right.
Well, if they can do it to the most powerful man on the face of the planet, they can damn sure do it to you.
Oh, sure.
And
we're
nobody, all these people, these radical liberals that are all spouting all this stupid stuff out on Twitter and stuff, that'll be fine until they start taking your liberties and your freedom and stuff that you, because they will.
Oh, sure. Yeah, they will. You damn right they will.
Yeah. So, nobody, if you let them get away with this, for crying out loud, I saw a report today that Barron Trump's Minecraft account was canceled. Like, what does a 14-year-old kid have to do with this?
Trump was kicked out of the PGA.
I haven't heard this.
Yes.
What?
Yes. And his golf course that was getting a pro date next year,
They pulled it?
gone.
Are you serious?
Dead serious, dude.
What? Where does it stop?
I don't know. And I say dead serious. Heard that from my boss. Can report that I heard it from a reliable source. Have not been able to fact check it.
It stands to reason. Anything that anybody can do to this man, they're doing, man. There is. I never heard what he said to the crowd that went to the Capitol, but I think to say that he incited it is.
Yeah, I think it's kind of stretching it a lot.
Come on. What about when Maxine Waters was behind that podium and blatantly said, if you see a Trump supporter, go make their life miserable and harass? Like,
Yes.
That's inciting.
Yes. Yes. Jesus.
Her hypocrisy knows no bounds.
No.
Like,
But neither does Mark Zuckerberg.
yeah, dude, the stuff that they're pulling down, and I hope we don't get damned. But there's a lot of conservative podcasts that are getting they're gone. Go to find them on platforms that are not there anymore. So I don't know where it stops, man. I hope we don't get wrapped up in this.
No, but no, not at all. Well, I tell you what, we're going to take a break for a little bit. When we come back on the other side, we're just going to kind of take a look at what's going on in the Twitter world and maybe blow you guys' minds. So listen to this crappy music. We'll be back shortly. Thanks for listening to that fine-ass music. One of my favorite bands in the world, by the way.
What's their name?
I have no idea. Some poor schmuck who needed some money put it up on a website. We just reached up and
That'd be a
grabbed
good name for a band, actually.
it. Website.
No, Some Poor Schmuck. The website would be a horrible band name.
Yeah, just thinking, man,
But
that's.
Some Poor Schmuck. Can you just imagine being at the shrine one night?
Ladies and gentlemen, some poor schmuck.
I think it's good, dude.
I think it does have a ring to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Moment when the edibles kick in and you start yours a little bit elevated.
I gotta try.
I
gotta
get it.
try.
I get it. Yeah, I kind of.
Yeah, well.
I will say this. I wish we could go visual because the studio's coming together kind of decently.
Yeah, you put your Christmas present up on the wall.
Yeah. No, I've had that. Just the handle was. I've had that rig.
And ladies and gentlemen, hang on. Just bear with us momentarily while Shiner looks to his left. He then notices his Christmas gift that I gave him at Christmas, like 5 days ago.
The Dixon metal sign.
The Dixon metal sign, yes.
Well, you pointed, but your finger was going up towards the ceiling, and the first thing I see is that
Rig.
I feel
Yeah,
bad, man.
Yeah, it's cool. You know, it'll be our anniversary again in 20. It'll be like you can hit us back again on the 40th anniversary. Yeah. 20 doesn't mean anything anyways.
That was
Actually, you know what? Have you seen the movie Grown Ups 2?
I have, yeah.
In there, he buys her a gift and sticks it in his son's diaper,
Yeah.
and she totally forgets that it's a 20-year anniversary, and so he was able to get over on her everything he wanted because of that. So I think that would be more fun.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
I bet you do. I
Seriously.
can't believe that. I don't know where. I know where my head.
It's elevated.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right at the level of that sign. Hard to miss, but
Anyway, like I was saying, this little studio's coming together well.
it is. 8x10 studio. Totally blanks out on a big metal sign on the wall. It's cool, though.
Oh, man.
I'm just messing with you. It's you know, we can't mess with each other like this when we're distant. You know, it's nice having the old studio because we're right there, and now it's nice again because we're right here together. So we can kind of play off that a little bit, but my gosh,
Where were we going?
you know, you're right. Flamin' Hot Cheetos,
Yes.
is bomb.
Yeah, they are.
So in conclusion, Flamin' Hot Cheetos, bomb.
Like we were saying.
Yeah, told
Like
you
we were
guys.
saying.
Told you guys for freaking weeks.
Everybody's listening right now going, what are they doing?
Don't know. Have no idea. We're just filling up dead air.
I guess that's what we'll call it from here. But no, I want to go
It's a great name for a band.
dead air.
Whatever. But yeah, dead air's cool too.
I'm in no headspace for this.
What do we got next on the agenda, Donnie?
Let's see. Well, there's more hypocrisy. Let's do something fun though. Let's go shout outs. You got shout outs this week?
Well, yeah. First, the shout out I'm going to do is a shout out to the general public. Help! We need a Donnie, and unfortunately, Donnie took a promotion at his job and is no longer able to come back to us, and we get that. So it's cool because we didn't pay him anything anyways. But
It did nothing to our budget. Didn't improve
no,
it
not
or
a bit.
hurt it.
But we are looking for the next producer of the Titty and Shiner show, and trust me, the compensation will be handsome this time. My son knows how to make cookies, and I'll bring some. I promise.
Every week.
Who's your Tallboy Radio? Shout out to Tallboy Radio and Beans over there in the massive restriction. So you guys are gonna have to put a mask on and like walk handcuffed with your hands behind your back backwards or some crap like that. Is it true if you walk
Vacuum
backwards?
sealed or hands.
Yeah, is it true if you walk backwards you don't catch the COVID?
Well, you have to remember when Walmart was making everybody go the same direction down certain aisles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was bucking the system. I was walking the opposite direction wherever I wanted to.
No. Yeah, except for if you do walk backwards, you'll catch Divock and not COVID. Divock is you can catch it just as quick as COVID. You just can't catch it unless you're going backwards.
Oh, now I'm with you. I know where you got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That took me a minute,
But will the rest of the general public get it? I don't.
somebody got it
No,
right away.
we'll
I
see.
guarantee somebody got it right away.
Yeah, we got a pretty bright audience out there.
Dude, I don't know, man. How strict? I mean, I guess I don't know. Beans, let us know, man. Like, what are you guys dealing with over there? Like, I mean, everybody's hearing how stringent the lockdown is, but give us some details. Like, what are you allowed to do at this point?
Because Beans will tell you what we're not allowed to do right now. We're not allowed to go in public in the city of Tulsa outside of our vehicle without a mask on. We just renewed that until April. And so that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Everything else we just go and do is Here's what I don't understand. You have to wear a mask into the restaurant. You sit down and you take it off. Like, what is... I don't understand that. So COVID can't get you while you're eating food?
I don't know. And they got that transgendered COVID over there.
Which one?
That transgendered one that got all goofed up and
Over where?
it's like COVID-21 over in
Oh, the UK.
The UK.
Okay, I don't know. You pointed over my shoulder. I thought you were.
Yeah, and that's actually south. The UK would be more behind you in that way, I guess. Kind of over close to your
I want to
mom.
know what they are allowed to do. Like, I mean,
I don't know. Can you? Is it duct tape your gloves to your long sleeve shirt? And
when we were doing 4 days to flatten the curve.
okay, but how do you get groceries?
Well, that's a necessity, dude. Like medicine.
Yeah.
You got to go get that stuff. It wasn't weird when we were doing that because there was, markedly less traffic on it. And you always felt like you were doing something wrong when you went to the store. You're like, always like, man, I'm going to get in trouble.
Shopping at Walmart was actually fun.
Because nobody was in there?
Yeah.
Dude, it was weird, man. I drive down to the store and so I'm like, I'm getting in trouble for this? I thought I'm doing something wrong. You know?
It was a ghost town.
It was so weird, man.
I mean, it literally felt. I'm driving through Tulsa on a Thursday. I say Thursday because it's the day that came to my head. It could have been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Friday. I really don't know. But I'm just saying a Thursday. And on that Thursday, well,
You lost it, dude.
of course.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. 5 o'clock traffic, middle of the week.
Yes, thank you. It looked like 7 a.m. on Sunday.
Yeah, it was, dude, I'm not kidding. 5:15, 21st and Yale. There's like 3 cars at the light. I'm like, this is weird.
And everybody's
man.
like, you go ahead. No, you go ahead, sir. No, you go ahead, sir.
Have you noticed that though? Like when you get out in public, for the most part, depending on where you go, I mean, people are still kind of in decent spirits. I'm usually not. This mask thing just irritates me to no end. But
I don't know if you go out with a MAGA hat on. A little bit different, but
but I mean, around here, people still like. I was in a grocery store the other day, and getting this or that, and this lady starts just a conversation out of nowhere. I was like, that's kind of cool. I mean, like everybody's not just walking around wanting to spit on each other.
No, you're right.
That's just a personal observation.
And I say that too. I people have generally been nice to me. It's fair to say.
Yeah.
2021 for me was a damn good year.
2021?
2020, sorry. I'm wanting to go to 2022 so badly right now because my 2021 sucks.
Well, I mean, 2020 was...
2020 was better.
Dude, I mean, you hear people... Like we were saying that, I think last episode or a couple ago, like, I hope there's not that many people that was actually their life. Like, I mean, it sucked. I mean, there's a lot of stuff about it that sucked. It wasn't the worst year of my life.
No.
I mean, I don't know. That was just such a weird year, man. I look back and I'm like, well, I did get really mad over the summer because we were on lockdown, but I did all that voluntarily. Like,
Yeah.
I made the decision to do it. So the only person I can be mad at myself, Like, I know this year I'm not going to make some of those. No, I'm going to make this year.
Oh, no, you and I both are probably going to be making much smarter decisions because, last year, right when this thing kicked off, we were just like, no, this is just a bunch of bullshit. Don't believe the hype, and then
it got real.
and then it got real. But now looking back on it, maybe it wasn't so real.
They've made it so hard to tell
what's reality and what's not reality.
Yeah, you just don't ever know what it. And then you go, okay, well, I'm comfortable with hearing that. The next day they'll come out and say the complete opposite, and you're like, I mean, you just don't ever know what to believe. I do feel like it's nowhere near as contagious as.
No, I mean, when you look at CDC's numbers, like 94% of COVID deaths weren't directly related to COVID.
Yeah. Well, and we've talked about how they're doing their numbers, and it makes it, it definitely works to the agenda that some people have.
Now, there's lots of things. There's things called comorbidity.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a diabetic, if you're obese, if you have
but
heart disease,
there was people that died of heart attacks.
Well, they put it down as a COVID death.
Yeah,
but
motorcycle accidents and a fatality, and they would chalk that.
But did they test positive for COVID?
I just think they were just throwing them in that category just to make things look a certain way.
Just sticking them in the morgue that way.
There can't be that many people that died in car accidents that just happened to have COVID also. I mean...
No.
I mean, I like a good conspiracy theory, but I don't know if I can buy into that one.
And what about these numbers? Like literally today, yesterday was the worst day we've ever had during COVID. Now today is the worst day we've ever had during COVID. And I'm like, did you not look at the streets in April?
Yeah.
Everybody's out there.
Mm-hmm. Well, and see, here's the other deal. I've noticed far more people in public wearing masks than not. So why is it still spreading so fast that these masks are the key to everything?
Well, because they outlying communities.
Oh.
BA? BA? Big middle finger.
Oh man, BA, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. You talk about gangsters. They don't care about anything over there. We're leaving our businesses open. Like there ain't no lockdown going on over here in these parts.
Speaking of BA, did you see that they hired Bill Blankenship?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
So get ready to watch BA, Broken Arrow High School, largest high school in the state of Oklahoma. Which, by the way, I was really proud of our governor, Kevin Stitt. Yeah. Kevin Stitt, because he was talking to everybody. He said, well, here's the thing. If Oklahoma's largest high school can do this with extreme minimal cases of COVID coming out, and we're talking thousands of students and single-digit cases of
Yeah.
if they can do it right, surely the rest of the schools in the state of Oklahoma can.
You would think. I mean, just stands to reason. I mean,
Now, the schools do make the kids wear masks in Broken Arrow. But Broken Arrow, you can go into Andolini's without a mask. The staff does not have masks on. There's T-shirts that say...
whole other world over there.
Yeah, T-shirts that say, F your mask.
They-
Is what it is over
Did they
there.
ever lock down?
No, they have not given one F.
There was radio ads like, hey, everybody in Tulsa, you tired of sitting at home with nothing open? Come to Broken Arrow. We got everything open.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Broken Arrow is a suburb of Tulsa. I mean, when I say a suburb, I'm saying like in the busiest part of Tulsa, if you drive past one intersection, you're in Broken Arrow. And all Broken Arrow is pretty much just a double middle finger back to Tulsa. But that's how this stuff spreads. It's not so much the people in the core, it's everything around it.
Yeah, they haven't helped anything.
No, and so you wonder, well, okay, is wearing a mask help or not? Tulsa wears a mask, but
It's exploding here.
it's exploding here. So do we need to carry Lysol?
Have you seen those videos of like people going through the drive-through? And, like the people that work in the fast food joint will stick the bag out or something, holding it. Somebody will take a can of Lysol and spray the dude's hand before he takes it from him. Have you seen those people
No.
do it? And just the reaction from the employees is just priceless.
That's awesome.
It's hilarious. One dude like handed him he used kitchen tongs to hand his debit card to the dude. And then the dude runs it, he sticks it back out there, and the dude just douses him with Lysol. Dude, he tells him, turn your hand over. So he does. He dumps like a half a gallon of hand sanitizer in his hand. Finally takes the card from him. I guess these guys are finding a way to make all this stuff fun. But yeah, those videos are great.
I have my card in this small lunch sack with another small lunch sack. So when you open it up and use my card, then take the new lunch sack out of the old lunch sack, put the card back in
Repackage
it.
it.
Exactly. Fold it twice, not once, and then put it
Well,
on the shelf, and I will grab it with my tongs.
Chick-fil-A has got like this no contact delivery out of their drive-through. Somebody has to touch all that stuff. I mean, you can't levitate it into that bucket she's carrying to your car. Like it's not no contact.
You know who the king of no contact is? Who? The home of the throwed roll over by Branson.
What are you talking
There's
about?
no contact there. Them rolls come through the air. You don't even get served your food.
They're throwing rolls at you?
Yeah, you catch your food in the air.
Really?
There's no contact.
Just chucking them at you.
Just chucking the rolls all the way across the room. Big ass, warm,
What did
just
they do if somebody stood up and just smacked one?
billowing over like that, like the Chef Boyardee chef hat that just kind of,
You're just winging them at you?
yeah, it's like Chef Boyardee's hat lost its erection and it just kind of just blew there.
Yeah, like they all do.
Yeah, well, some wear them straight up now, like it's a big erection. I can't figure that one out. But anyways, yeah, just like that.
Just like that, huh?
Just like that.
Okay. Man, I wasn't prepared for all that at all. I was not prepared for all that.
What about you, world? Do you guys have any shout-outs? Would you like to do some shout-outs? All you got to do is get in contact with us. Titty and Shiner Show at gmail.com. TNS Show on the Twitter. Titty _and _Shiner on the Instagram. And you can hit us up on YouTube and Outcast Media Groups and 420 Eats and everything that we do. Each of us have 7 hands, and we reach into 7 different pots apiece. And
Speaking of 420 each, we got one in the pipe. We got one coming at us to put.
that's funny you mentioned pipe. The 428.
Oh, that was good, wasn't it? I didn't mean that one. That was a good one.
That was smoking.
Okay, now we're pushing it. We're pushing it. Yeah, but we got one that we're in the plating stages of. We're gonna maybe bring that back periodically.
I think so. It's the one thing that people ask for more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, so if it's got people wanting to see new ones, then we're gonna put some together to see how they're received, and we'll go from there. But I don't think we'll be putting them out once a month like we.
No, they'll come when they come because we have other stuff that we got to do that we actually get paid for.
But we definitely, you guys that are around Tulsa, man, if you guys know of any joint we need to hit, join another one.
Boom,
man. If you guys know of a spot we need to hit, then
hit. There you go.
We're on a roll. Oh man. Oh no, I lost it. Oh no. Yeah, if you guys know, email us and tell us where these places are, and we'll get in contact with them, see if we can set something up.
Yeah, we'll give you all a dab of what we're gonna do.
Yeah, you're trying. You can't do it. It doesn't count if you try.
I know that was an overstretch on the pitcher's mound, and the ball hit the guy in the warm-up circle. Didn't go to the batter. So,
that sounds familiar.
Yeah. Speaking of ball players, I got on Netflix to go watch my favorite 30-30 ever.
Which one was
the
that?
30 for 30. You don't know Bo Jackson?
Oh, that's right. I forgot they did that one.
Yeah, that was my favorite. Not there anymore.
Gone. I hate that they do that, man.
Gone. There's other 30 for 30s there.
That one though,
but not Bo.
Lived its life.
Bo. If you guys ever get a chance to do the 30 for 30, you don't know Bo. Mine and Shiner's generation, probably pound for pound best athlete on the planet at his time.
Well, look, Jordan tried it. Jordan. Remember when he went?
Yeah,
I want to be a baseball player.
Yeah, he went to Birmingham,
and he couldn't hang up there. I mean, Jackson did it for a minute, like football and baseball, man.
Plus, he ran the 40 and 4:13, I think.
Didn't he try out for the Olympic team?
It was a record. It was a record when he broke the record, 230 pounds, and he broke the record.
I kind of remember that he tried out for the.
Dude could run like a spook deer.
Oh, dude, he was. Him and Barry Sanders were two favorite that you just never knew what was.
Barry Sanders and Bo Jackson were very, very different runners. Bo Jackson would run through you and over you. And Barry, he might come up on you and come to a complete stop, sidestep you, and accelerate before you ever got a chance to reach over and grab him.
Yeah, two completely different styles, but man, they were both fun to watch. Jackson did, man. He ran completely through some people.
He'd run so fast that when he'd score a touchdown, he would continue running out of the exit just to slow down so he didn't pull a hamstring.
Really?
Yeah, because stopping that quick, that fast with that much weight, killer. And ultimately that was his demise with the hip too. He was too healthy and too. Had he had some more fat on him, had he not been as strong as he was, that hip injury would have never happened. I cannot believe we went that far left. That was a NASCAR road race, man.
I'm like, man, we're getting out there now.
We were doing lefts and rights, changing elevation, pulled into the pit stop once, I think.
See, we're doing it again.
Everywhere, yeah.
We don't have any cities to shout out this week?
No, I didn't pull anything up. I didn't look. In last week, we really didn't have. I had a 3-minute podcast out there just groveling, saying, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it happens. We'll get there.
Welcome to Wally World, kids. We're closed for 2 weeks to renovate your favorite fun park.
Speaking of that, I think I saw a news story where a family drove to an amusement park, and it was kind of like the vacation story.
Well, if it was recent, then they were just stupid as shit,
right? Yeah.
Because nothing.
I just heard like bits and pieces in the background. I wish I would have paid attention to it. But yeah, I think a family pulled like an actual national Griswold vacation trip.
That's awesome. I tell you what, I would not want to be related to Cousin Eddie in that movie because I like to go to Vegas every once in a while.
Don't you think every family has a Cousin Eddie? Mine does.
You know they do.
Every family has.
And sometimes it's not a man. Sometimes it's a woman.
That's a good point. You're right about that. No,
Yeah.
now you opened up a whole new door to me. Yeah.
Yeah. So now instead of like cousin Eddie, Aunt Betty.
Same type of deal.
Oh yeah.
Well, his whole family was kind of out. Remember when he had everybody at home over for Christmas and Christmas vacation?
Yeah.
And the whole family, and they're all there was a whole bunch of them that were off.
Eddie showed up uninvited in his bomb-ass motorhome.
But every family, man, I think every family has to have.
And now that we're on Christmas movies a little bit here, I had to watch that stupid movie again.
Which one?
A Christmas Story about the Red Ryder BB gun.
You don't
and
like
all
that movie?
I've seen it 52,513 times.
I don't know if they still do it. TBS, they used to play that movie back to back all 24 hours of Christmas.
I wish they'd play it forward, then backward, then forward again.
I can't believe you don't like that. I could watch that movie every. I probably could go the whole 24 hours, man.
Even at that kid's age, you put your target up there. Yeah, you got a metal background. That BB's gonna come back and hit you. And what the hell did it do? Came back, wham!
One of the best
Hit him in
movies
the head.
ever, dude. His dad was awesome.
Yeah, his dad was pretty cool.
Yeah.
His mom was not. I didn't like his mom.
Like, my dad could break into that mode, when I was growing up.
Yeah, that's true.
Just like, when the little kid says a cuss word on the side of the road. It's like, man, you've been there. If you weren't holding the flashlight just right when they were doing something, there's memes about it. My dad would, and I can remember holding that flashlight and just trying to be as still as I possibly could. Like, I don't want to get in trouble. Man, you barely moved that thing. You weren't holding it on. You're not holding the light in the right place. I'm like, I barely moved it, man.
What did the Bo Jesus?
Oh, he would be so mad. I don't know. I got way out there on that.
So, anyways, kids.
Go see the people at Green Meds Plus.
Yeah.
If you are in the Tulsa area and you have your medical marijuana card, go
Get by there. See, the fine people at Green Meds Plus, 4609 East 31st Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
They give both veterans and cancer patients good discounts. So.
They do. And if you walk in and you tell them you heard this on the Titty and Shiner show, they'll smile.
And high five you.
Yeah. It'll be cool. Because no other dispensary will high five you.
But that crew over there, they're all cool people too. So, yeah, if you guys are going to give anybody your business, go check them out. You'll be impressed.
All right, so I want to kind of trail back a little bit to social media stuff. Parler.
Oh, man.
The one thing where Republicans are like, you know what, F you Facebook, F you Twitter, we're starting our own shit. Here we go, Parler. Then all the Rush Limbaugh and everybody starts jumping, Sean Hannity, all of them start jumping to Parler, and I'm like, you know what, there's still plenty of room in this pool I'm getting in too. Got in with a really good name too. It's called the Titty and Shiner Show. Parler account. No lie. Anyways.
Is it?
Now it's not even in the App Store.
No, they took the app down.
Yes. But have they blocked the app?
Well, I don't know that.
Can you use it? I am trying to log in right now. Networking error. It seems that we are either over capacity or you're experiencing a poor network connection.
No, you know what? I saw the guy.
Amazon is the one that carries the.
Yeah. They pulled their servers from them. So they don't even exist at all. Like, poof, gone.
Can't we Republicans have something? You got the presidency. You got the Senate. Give us the fucking app. Okay? Something.
Oh, a dude in Oklahoma started another what is it? Something 76.
QAnon?
QAnon, man. Okay, they put out some stuff. You'll see one that's kind of plausible, and then you'll see a couple that are just so far out there, you don't know, like, what?
I know, but some of our stories to the core are so far out there.
But I don't get, like, they'll put out something, they're like, okay, that seems kind of credible. I can see that going down. And then they put one out a couple days later. It talked about how Mike Pence wasn't Mike Pence. It was somebody that they've given plastic surgery to because some Marines took Pence out. And I'm like,
His face
like that movie.
face off. Well, I wonder.
But I'm like, So you're only
So Mike Pence is Nick Cage?
maybe at this point.
Very possible.
Pence has got here's the deal.
Or it could be Travolta.
Here's the deal with Pence though. This dude's got some power because
You know what? Trump's Nick Cage. Nick Cage. Pence is Travolta. I'm making that call right now.
I don't even know what you're saying right now.
But Trump is Nick Cage. Nick Cage is the face off. Yeah. Trump's Nick Cage.
I don't even know where you're trying to take this.
Pence.
Uh-huh.
He's John Travolta. Those are two characters that swapped faces.
You think that's what's going on?
And so, yeah, I think that's what's going on.
It's not 2020 anymore, so we can't blame it on that. We can't
No.
justify it away with that.
No.
You
No.
totally made me lose what I was saying.
I'm nothing but a Pabst loser machine, man. It's under your microphone, homie.
There we go.
Yeah.
Um,
Right by that Dixon
what was
sign.
I saying?
I don't. It's something about going to the dentist. No. Shout outs.
We did shout outs.
George Thurgood.
What about the guys over the Toddcast? The Toddcast guys found another Toddcast.
Yes, they did.
And the guys from the other Toddcast, their names aren't even Todd. They just interview people every week who have the name Todd.
Yes. They don't even have the name Todd. Just a Toddcast. And they find people named Todd and interview them each week.
That is genius.
And absolute genius.
I'm like, man, I was like checking that out. I was like, these guys are on it, man. That's a great idea.
So why don't we just call ours? We'll do another one called the Pecker Pass.
For what?
And find anybody in the phone book with the last name of Pecker.
Call them up.
In the Pecker Cast.
In the phone book. You just totally aged us when you said that. There are no phone books anymore. They do still deliver a phone book here.
Yeah. We still
Why?
get phone books.
That has to be like a mandated thing
No,
or something.
it's a platform for people to advertise on. That's all.
I just take mine and throw it in the recycling. I don't even look
Right.
at it, you know? Can't be. I mean, I guess there's still people of a certain age that may.
I thought they'd gone by the wayside with the encyclopedia, but apparently not.
You know, I think my parents still remember that.
My dad still uses Britannica.
He doesn't use the internet.
No, they have the whole encyclopedia set in the library.
Man, my mom's dad used to sit around reading the encyclopedias.
Yeah.
Yep.
We find out stuff to do.
And that dude, man, there wasn't very much you could bring up he couldn't tell you something about.
No, if you want to learn how to fold origami, don't go buy a book about origami. Just look that shit up in the encyclopedia. It'll show you a basic little how to make this bird wing flap bullshit.
Why does
while
it
you-
always show that one? That must be.
It's the one that everybody wants. Nobody wants the little flipping turtle who flips on his back when you flip him wrong.
I forgot about the turtle.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember when I was like in fourth grade, they brought a dude in to class one day that was legit at that. And like, man, I mean, he'd take these little pieces of paper.
Folding paper or flipping turtles?
Both, apparently. But dude, he could make anything. It was like real thin tissue paper, you know?
Yeah. And I guess that's to get more folds. But does that fall to discord with what happened with Adam and Jamie and those guys on Mythbusters when they were trying to do the 7-fold?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, you could like fold the paper 7 times.
Uh-huh.
And no matter how thick the paper was or how big the paper was, they couldn't get an 8th fold out of it.
Really?
Yeah, no matter what.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's like
That's
video
why-
encyclopedia.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they really are.
And you know they hate each other? No, hang on. They dislike each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're not friends.
Not beer drinking buddies?
No, they just did a show really well together. But there's lots of shows that people do that you'd think, man, those guys are great in that show. And
Last season or two, at least the last season, Rob and Big, they weren't getting along.
Yeah.
They didn't get along. And I saw Deerdick saying he's probably right. That last season, that was some of the funniest stuff they ever recorded. And he was like, and we weren't even speaking to each other.
Yeah.
You know? So I guess people can find a way to make it work.
I don't know. I guess if I took a skateboard to the nuts, I'd make somebody laugh.
What is up with that, man?
That or getting credit carded, man. I
You
never
look
knew
traumatized right
I never
now.
knew what credit card was, but then I saw a whole long list of them on Ridiculous where guys were up on a platform and then they went to kickflip the board and it come down wrong, and so their feet are off of the bench that they're on and the board is on the bench, and so their tank just goes right onto that edge of that board. And yeah, it's called credit card.
Yeah. I'll tell you the best, some of my favorite videos on the popcorn videos.
Oh, with airbags?
Yeah. Like, dude, They touch those things off, and there's some people that, like at the apex, they look dead. Like,
Oh, get this. Okay, so I have a cherry 2001 BMW at my home sitting for 5 years because it loses power from the battery, so it still sits. Yeah, just like you drive it and you pull in and you go back out to the car an hour later and it's dead. Got a notice in the paper from BMW, not paper, but the mail from BMW that says I need to take that sumbitch in and get the airbags replaced. The airbags are bad in them. It's a 19-year-old car that doesn't run. And I'm thinking seriously about towing that son of a bitch to Tulsa to have the airbags replaced just to see what they do. And maybe if it's inconvenient for them that it doesn't run, maybe they'll fix the son of a bitch while it's there.
I just snorted now.
And I'll just take it back with me.
You got this all laid out, man.
You're welcome. Yeah, I did. I let her sit on my desk at work, as a matter of fact.
Really?
Yeah.
Airbag.
I'll bring it in, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Tanaka or Takata or whatever airbag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to be. I don't want to.
Yeah, all my airbags are wrapped in leather.
Huh?
I mean, I don't know how much it's going to cost to replace them, but I'm thinking, hell, I've got AAA. Tell that shit to Tulsa.
The airbag it doesn't run, but the airbags are new.
Right. Hadn't run in 7 years, brand new airbags.
Dude, but going back to popcorn, and I want to get around some people where this is going down. Like, I don't want to be the one to get popcorn, but
You know, some of my favorite Street Outlaw episodes were of Farm Truck and Asian.
oh yeah,
And the popcorn. There was one where they were driving a golf cart around this lot, and Farm Truck and the Mad Scientist had gone through and planted like 40 airbags underground.
like mines.
Yeah, and they had them all on switches and stuff. And so Asian was just driving around the golf cart, and they were just sitting there like Claymore mines, just
That'd be cool.
popping these bags off. Yeah, there was one that got under the tire of the golf cart, and it's at the front of that golf cart up. It sat back down. And
I was gonna say, I know they got some power, but man, to see how they launch some of those people in those videos, I'm like, man, that is. And anybody that's ever been in an accident, you know, if you take the airbag, that thing's beating your ass. Like,
my favorite launch video, and I've got to get the video, the actual name of this, so you guys can actually go look it up on the YouTube. It's a midget.
you already got me.
And what is that? That blurp blop launch, LAUCH. And there you go. The first thing that pops up: world record dwarf launch. They're launching them off of that airbag that they jump off the tower and launch him into the air. Now I'm gonna stop the podcast for just a moment so you can watch this video, and then we'll come back on laughing our heads off because this shit really is funny. The video is called World Record Dwarf Launch. Look it up. Okay, we're back from watching it. I hope you guys took a break from the podcast and watch it too. That way you can laugh along with us. But
my God, man,
there's nothing funnier than watching a midget do 80 backflips off of a blob into the water.
I want to know how those guys know so many midgets.
I want to know how he's got his own lake.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well for himself.
Pretty young guy, and he's got his own lake, and he's got his own blob. I mean, those blobs are several $1,000s. They're not cheap.
It was money well spent on his part, because that was some good entertainment right
That's
there.
what we ought to do, is buy one of those things and then
Rent
just
it.
take it to the lake and charge people like $20 to get launched off.
Sailing, dude.
Oh, I'm telling you.
That was, like, people probably pay that too.
Oh, for sure.
You know, some of those those country folk, you know, like
Hell yeah.
the same people you see at the fair. Those people take their family out to the lake in the summer. You get them picked for you.
Oh, if me and Sprout could climb to the top of that thing and jump off.
Oh yeah, dude, can you imagine?
You know, about 600 pounds launching somebody in the air.
That'd be awesome.
That would be killer. That would be killer. What do you guys think? If you guys watched the video, thumbs up, thumbs down. Did you laugh? Did you not laugh? Are you mad at us for calling them midgets? If so, sorry, not sorry. Little people.
We got a bad.
More monkeys than anything, but
Midgets are a close second.
I've never had my ass kicked by by midgets before. I have had my ass handed to me by monkeys. So there you go. Well, I think that's about it for tonight. That's your hourly dose once a week of the Tinny and Shiner Show. Again, thank you for
Titty's eating ice in her mouth.
yeah. Again, thank you for tuning in to episode 118. We will be back with 119 next week. Not sure if it's going to be live or if it's a Memorex. We don't know. But I can tell you one thing. My name's Big Titty, and I'll see you later. Love you. Bye.
You guys get out there. The day in the ass. Shiner out.
That was dope.
Concludes our broadcast day. Good night, and God bless America.
This has been an Outcast Media Group production.
It's the Teddy and Shiner Show, starring Big Teddy Tidwell and Shiner McShine. Tonight's guest, nobody. Now for our host, Big Teddy and Shiner.